Hello and welcome to the first part of this multi-part tutorial series where I will be showing you how to take your hand-drawn idiom illustration and turn it into a digital illustration. Okay, so on the left you can see my hand-drawn illustration. This is just a photograph of it, and I put that directly into Illustrator. And on the right side, you can see my first draft of my digital illustration. I will probably be making changes as I go and cleaning it up and, reorganizing my composition slightly. But at this point in time, this is what I have as my first draft. So hopefully by the end of this tutorial, you will be able to do the same thing where you can take your hand-drawn illustration and turn it into a digital version. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so I've opened up Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator CC, and I'm going to File New, so that's why this window popped up. I'm going to click on A4, which is standard printer size paper. My orientation I've selected is portrait because I have a very vertical composition. You could also do landscape. If you have a square or circle composition, it really doesn't matter. So I'm going for portrait. I'm calling it Idiom AZ. I'm going to name it tutorial just for myself. Create. Okay, so here I have my A4 paper template, right? Before we begin, I do want you guys to just check some settings. So while you're in Illustrator, just go to Window, and under Workspace, I would like you to select Essentials Classic, okay? The other thing I would like you to make sure you have is Layers checked. So if you have those things, you should be good to go, at least for this stage of our process. Okay, so you have Essentials, Classic, and Layers. Great, we're ready to start. So I first need to put in my actual photo of my drawing. So File, Place. I have my photo right there. There it is. Okay, and it's very big, so I'm going to go Command minus to zoom out. You can see my A4 paper is much smaller and my actual image is pretty huge. So I'm going to hold down Shift key and actually squeeze it down from the side. And I'm going to go Command plus to get a little closer. And I again hold down Shift, squeeze it in. Oh, I made it a little too small. Hold down Shift and just get it stretched out a bit. Okay, and don't worry too much about your borders. Like, this is going to be a vector illustration anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm just leaving myself a little bit of a border for the snowflakes that I decide to put in later. Okay, so when you have these blue lines here, it just means that it's still kind of active. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on the icon of that layer. Okay, I'm going to dim image. My image is kind of dark, but I'm going to dim it to 30%, and I'm going to lock it. Okay, locking it just means that I'm not going to be able to do anything on it. You can see this like pencil symbol pop up on my cursor with a no sign. Just means you can't do anything to this layer because it is locked. Okay, so you can change it, change the visibility, and you can unlock it and lock it as you see fit. Okay, so we've got that ready to go. Now I'm going to add my new layer, and I'm going to call this Trace. Okay, I'm not going to dim anything here because this is the one I'm going to trace. Ooh, and I'm going to rename that Sketch. So that's my original drawing, or I could just name it Drawing. Whatever is going to help you keep track. So on my trace layer over here, I'm going to start using my blob brush tool. There is the blob brush tool. It's right under the paintbrush tool. Okay, blob brush tool. And this is the fill and the stroke. Okay, for fill, we're going to make sure it's no fill. And for the stroke, it's going to be black. Also over here for the size, okay, just so you guys can see, you can see it's pretty thick, especially for the size of my lines in my drawing. I'm going to press Command Z to go back. I'm going to press Command plus to get a little closer because I'm tracing, so I want more control here. And I'm going to select 5-point round for brush definition, okay? And then after that, I'm going to go here to stroke weight, and I'm gonna select 0.25, okay? If you wanted something even thinner, like that's gonna be perfect for me. If you want something thinner, you could even change it. You could change that number to 0.1 if you wanted, but that's pretty thin. Yeah, so just so you can see the difference there. Command Z to go back. You know, if you wanted a really thick line, oops, let's get back to blob brush, a really thick line, there we go, 6 points, you know, so just to give you an idea of what the thickness is gonna look like, I'm gonna go back to 0.25 and just get started with tracing. Okay, something to keep in mind about the blob brush tool is that if you want a straight line, you hold down the Shift key and you just pull. If you want a horizontal line that's straight, hold down the Shift key and pull. So for some of your illustrations, you might actually have some straight lines that are vertical or horizontal, and that's something that you can do. Okay, but now you all know how to use the blob brush tool to trace your illustration. So please go ahead and do that. I'm going to come back with another tutorial showing you how to lay the text in, as well as how you can trace additional objects in there that you haven't yet drawn yourself, that you've pulled from online. Okay, so that's the end of this tutorial of getting you started working with the blob brush, and you are tracing your drawing, right? So remember, you're working on a trace layer, and you're going to have your drawing layer locked, which has your original photo. Okay, thank you, and keep working. Let me know if you have any questions.